welcome to my YouTube channel. Can you tell that I'm excited about another segment of In My Kitchen? Yes, I have officially named it because of you guys' comments. Everyone was just like hashtag In My Kitchen. So honestly, this is it.
Do you know I'm looking and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feel.
Another reason why I'm excited is because I feel like I have a bunch of girlfriends in all of you. Listen, from teenagers to mature women, I love it here, and everybody throwing in a bit of advice. Really amazing. So I'm enjoying this. Today we are making something on the healthier side. I get it, last time we made Snowball because we were feeding into those cravings and we're building healthy relationships with food, which means we eat for the good of our body and our planet. We don't deprive ourselves, yet we still take care of ourselves, because at the end of the day we're still trying to look snatched and cute by the age of like 50. So today we're making a little something that we can actually make for dinner on a Friday or on a Saturday. Personally, I love a naked burger, basically a bunless burger, and I love myself some potatoes and some fries. So that's what we're gonna make. Now, you guys know I'm a homeowner. With homeowner vibes comes new things. So I got myself a Phillips air fryer. This makes making meals so much simpler because you just pop it in there and you can get going with your stuff. And it's a healthy alternative for how we make our food. To accompany my burger, I am going to make crispy sweet potato fries. And I'm going to make these McCain crispy oven chips that are sea salt and pepper flavor. The kids love the potatoes, and then I'm gonna have these with Brendan. Cool, let's get started. Firstly, let's set up my air fryer, my Philips air fryer, which you can use your phone to control the temperature. Let's get going.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
So we're gonna start with some fries. I'm gonna pop them into the air fryer for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil so that they're not dry. And then we're gonna make some burgers. You're gonna need patties. I got these from Woolworths. These are the free range beef burgers. They cook for about 6 minutes on a non-stick pan. And then you're gonna need some lettuce, Italian salad. You're gonna need some smashed avo. You can get a regular avo and smash it yourself. I was just saving time. Who doesn't love a nice pepper dew? Some jalapenos, and then obviously your McCain fries. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Let me put everything in, and then we can get into our talk. Cool. Let's start by popping in some of our McCain fries. And then we're gonna pop in the sea salt McCain fries over here on the other side. Oof, the kids are gonna love these. Perfect. Then I'm gonna drizzle some canola oil or some olive oil, whichever works for you, whichever oil you have. I think I'm gonna add my salt and pepper at the end. Okay, let's switch on my for 15 minutes.
Forever. I'm loving this moment.
Alright guys, and then now we are gonna start with our patties. It's such a good idea to always invest in a good non-stick pan. And we're gonna fry 2 at a time for about 6 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes. So while I wait on my oil, I want to talk about relationships with money. Simply because somebody actually mentioned in my comment section that they realized that there's something called having a healthy relationship with food and with money. And I realized I don't think I've ever spoken about a healthy relationship with money. Now, to put it straight, guys, it's important to know whether you like it, you acknowledge it or not. Money is spiritual. We all have a relationship with money. If you don't acknowledge it, It simply means you have a bad relationship with money, and money basically just happens to you. If you acknowledge it, it means you have a good relationship with money, a healthy relationship with money, or an unhealthy relationship with money. Now, what does a healthy relationship with money look like? Someone actually once said, I think it's a quote, money makes a very bad master and a very good servant. So we have to acknowledge that money is spiritual, one, and money is powerful. So how we relate to money is so important. And our language with money is also important. For example, if you squander your money all the time, the minute you get money, you just spend it. It already tells money something, that money cannot live in your bank account. You cannot be trusted with money. So money is just like, okay, bye, I'm just here to come and I'm just here to go. But if you actually plan for your money and tell your money where to go, that develops a healthy relationship with money. Before I go on, let me check my oil. So you need to tell your money where to go. The same way I always talk about dreams, that we have to have intention with everything we do. Plan for your vision, write it down, have a Pinterest vision board, is the same way you need to decide with your money. For example, if you earn 5,000 Rand, decide for your money. Tell money, okay, I get 5,000 Rand, 10% goes into tithe, because I believe in tithe. That's a story for another day, but tithe honestly is a blessing and a half. 10% goes into tithe, that's 500 Rand. 10% goes into saving, that's another 500 Rand. So I'm left with 4,000 Rand. With that 4,000 Rand, I know that my expenses equal to 2,000 Rand, and then my fun stuff equals to 1,000 Rand, or however you divide it. But it's important to always plan for your money. Okay, let me put my burgers in. I'm gonna have to put one at a time because my pan is small and my patties are pretty big. So yeah, that's the thing with having a relationship with money. And then you have to want more. But in wanting more, you can't treat money like, what can I say? You have to treat it positively. So you can't operate from a place of need. So whenever you go to a shop and you see something that's a little above your budget, don't be like, oh, I can't afford this, or oh, dura. So don't always operate from a place of it's too much, it's expensive, but always say, today I don't have the money to spend this. Or have a positive way of looking at things that are not yet in your price range instead of being negative. And then it's also important to never ever complain about money. You need to learn to be a big giver. Giving is literally the key to having a whole lot of money. So the key to having a lot of money, it's actually a weird principle, is to give more of money. The law of attraction, and even biblically, the more you give, the more you receive. If you want more love, you have to give more love. If you want more money, you have to give more money. So I want us all to develop a healthy relationship with money. So if you are at zero, let's start by this. Number one, write down how much you make. 2, write down how much you need to start giving. You have to give. Even if you don't believe in tithe, which I advise you start believing in it, you have to give something. Even people who don't believe in the Bible believe in giving. They give to the poor, they give somewhere. But you cannot have money. You cannot be wealthy and not be a giver. If you look at all the wealthiest people in the world, they're the biggest givers, because it's just the principle of money. And principle does not go with religion. God honors principle. Whether you're a Christian, God serving or not, He honors principle. He honors law. If you if you go into the sky, you must come down. What goes up must come down. Basically, that's the law. Let me check. Develop that healthy relationship with money. Set aside money that you can give away. Set aside money that you save. You have to save money, because you are telling money that you can trust me. You are safe in my hand. And then you have to plan for it, like I mentioned. You can't just squander money, but you have to plan for it. And then, here's the first challenge. Stop complaining. Stop telling money, I don't have enough of you. Because the more you tell it, the more you have less of money. So we need to operate from a place of abundance. I think Kanyamba once did a show on Real Talk with Anila, and she said, money loves me. I attract money. Like, you can tell this woman has developed a healthy relationship with money. And so do you. You have to develop a healthy relationship with money. Not a healthy relationship with greed, but we have to get out of this mindset where we think money is this bad thing. Guys, God says, I came so that you may have life and have it in abundance. And I think for most of us religiously, we've been taught that having is actually a bad thing, but I don't think so. It's only a problem when those things start having you, when money starts controlling you. But if you're still in charge and you're in control, I mean, in the beginning, Jesus said, have dominion over everything. We have to have dominion over things, not things having dominion over us. So yeah, guys, we have to have a healthy relationship with money. Okay, I should probably start prepping for my little bun situation here because my fries are almost ready.
These kids don't play, get dressed up for the night.
So yeah, it seems I'll be talking a lot about having healthy relationships with a lot of things. I personally have a very good relationship with money. I think money loves me, and simply because I respect money. A good book to actually read up on how to manage your money, how to pay off debts and stuff like that is Dave Ramsey's book. That one is amazing. He teaches on Snowball method. He even shares testimonies of people who've had money, lost money, people who've never had money, people who are literally just trying to save every coin. So if you can get Dave Ramsey's book, it's quite pricey, but I mean, if you want to invest in your finances, I think you can save up a few coins and get the book and wait on specials. Takealot normally has a lot of specials when it comes to books. I think you can even find it at book stores. Make sure you make that investment and develop a healthy relationship. Let me actually talk about the Snowball method of paying off your debts. So let's say you have 3 debts, right? Ackermans. Wait, does Ackermans have an account? Okay, let's use Woolworths. Your Woolworths account store card, and then you also have your Mr. Price Home store card, and then you have, let's say, your car, right? Your Ackermans, your Mr. Price Home card, you're paying, let's say, 2,000 Rand a month. Your Woolworths store card, you're paying 3,000 Rand a month, and then your car, you're paying 5,000 Rand. So you have to decide, you can either pay off the one with the larger interest first, or you can pay off the one that has the smallest monthly installment first. Is installment the word? Yeah, monthly amount first. So let's start with, I think we said Mr. Price Home Card is the least. Let's say it's 1.5. So you're going to make sure that for the next year, you focus on paying that off. If you have an extra 100 Rand, you pay it towards your smallest account first. So you pay that off by the month, and then once you're done paying that off, now you're focusing on your second biggest one, which is 2.5. Now you don't start spending that 1.5 you were paying on your Mr. Price, you add it. So if Woolworths requires you to pay 2,000 and Mr. Price you're paying 1.5, now you're going to pay 3.5 on Woolworths. And if you've got an extra 100 Rand, an extra 200 Rand, you pay it. So with paying off your debts, it's always advisable to add an extra amount. Even if it's 50 Rand, 100 Rand, every amount counts. My chips are almost done. My first patty is actually done. Guys, for some reason, I don't have paper towels and I'm frying, so I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, let's do this. This is really pretty. Some lettuce over here. Then let's get our patty. Gonna add some salt, pepper. Oh, then we're gonna add some smashed apple. Oh, yum, yum, yum. What's a burger without smashed apple? Guys, the reason why I actually buy this smashed apple already is because when we buy too much apple, it ends up rotting. So at least this smashed apple is like a good size for us. We're gonna add some sliced jalapenos. These add like a nice hot, tangy taste. Ne? One thing about our family is that we love like hot food. Even my kids eat hot food, believe it or not. Okay. then we're gonna add some sliced pepper juice. Guys, one thing, when you're cooking, your food must have colors. Like have green, have red, have purple if you can. Don't just have a bland meal. Make sure that you make sure. Okay, cool. And literally, that's our naked burger. You can obviously add all your favorite toppings, some sauce, but if you're trying to keep it a little no sugar, a little healthy, then you won't add sauce. Already I think the pepper juice and the jalapenos add a lot of flavor. And then now we're going to add our fries. How good do these look? I didn't have to think about it. So I think mine, I'm gonna plate mine with the sweet potato fries. Oh, nom nom nom. Ooh, guys, don't you just love a plate with color? And just like that, Friday's takeaway meal is done. We've got some sweet potato fries from McCain that we've popped into our air fryer. It took 15 minutes while I was focusing on my patty. We've got some lettuce underneath, the beef patty, smashed avocado, jalapenos, and pepper juice. This is healthy, yummy, and tasty, and less messy. No need to have bread, but obviously if you're having bread, have your bread. The kids will probably prefer it, but just like that, we're done.
Together, if I could stop the time, don't you know